Hello everybody, and welcome to the latest Telium MarTech Challenge, leveraging point scoring models for real-time campaign engagement. My name is Dereck Hatcher, and I'm a solutions consultant here at Telium. One of the questions that we frequently come up against is, I want to be able to execute real-time marketing by leveraging a point scoring model. Telium has a solution for that. And the secret is, you don't have to be a technical person to create a very powerful omnichannel experience. Telium actually offers a specific attribute called a numeric attribute that allows users to create really endless possibilities when it comes to point scoring models. This is very compelling for companies that are traditionally B2B. So they're really interested in things like lead scoring. So being able to track PDF downloads, who's actually filled out registration forms, being able to capture that type of information, such as title or company. But also for a lot of B2C companies. So people want to know what was the first page that a visitor came in on, potentially being able to use lifetime value if we're able to stitch historical information together when they're looking at engagement scoring. These are just a couple of examples, but as you can see, whether you're healthcare, education, travel, traditional B2B, traditional B2C, all of these companies are trying to be able to take and assign numeric values to visitors so that they could better market and communicate to them and be able to basically have a record in terms of what has been the best way to message to somebody based on a numeric value. The major benefit of using Telium's version of a point scoring model is you can actually create one on the fly based on any of the data that's being collected. So whether that be something like company name, location, past purchasing preference, frequency in which someone looks at videos, all of that type of rich data that in the past has traditionally lived in data silos are now at your fingertips for you to take action on. The other really cool part is with the Telium Universal Data Hub, you can take action across your full digital marketing stack. So whether that be online or omni-channel. So really all standard ways that you traditionally track data on your website can be used along with custom elements. Let me go into the solution and show you what I'm referring to. So we think about data in a couple of different ways at Telium. First is event level, such as did someone click on a video? Sometimes visit level, such as did they come from a certain referring URL? Omni-channel, critically important for all industries, so offline data that you eventually want to associate to a visitor. For today's purposes, I'm going to show you an example of that numeric attribute that I built out for a point scoring model. In this example, we're looking at people who have entered and submitted information into a form. It happens to be the home page. However, to my earlier point, at any point in time, you can actually choose the value in which you want to assign to those visitors, as well as now being able to choose any of the key information that's important to you, such as how many times someone's potentially read a blog, or do you have omni-channel information about a certain company and their overall revenue, and maybe that will increase your point scoring model. Down to really anything, again, that you're capturing from what was the first channel that somebody came in from an attribution perspective. What company are they actually coming from? Did they recently attend a conference or a webinar that we put on? All that data can now be used to take action across anybody within the connector marketplace, which really covers anybody within a digital marketing stack. In today's example, we're going to use SendGrid. We would simply come in here and say, hey, I want to take everybody who we consider a hot lead or a high PSM, then go through the actions of deciding exactly what we want to do with that visitors. In this example, we're going to go ahead and add them to a list. What's really cool is you can actually choose from any of the audiences that we've created. Again, for the demo, I've actually created an audience called Hot Leads. So now we're going to use that hot lead audience to trigger an action. You'll be able to see here exactly what other information you can pass along to this specific vendor. If you ever have a question about, hey, what went into that audience that you just created or selected, you can always go back to your audience list and see here that we've actually assigned a hot lead badge and based it on a point scoring model of over 10. Now, if you want to go into a real life example, what I'm going to do is actually trace or follow my visit on one of our demo websites. This is going to allow you to see exactly what data is being captured by Telium in real time. So in this example, I'm going to go ahead and enter in my key information. So I'll be filling out this specific form on our homepage. And as I do that, what happens with Telium is we start to listen for all of the events that begin to come through. So Telium is doing this consistently for all the visitors that are ever hitting your website, with the idea of as soon as somebody hits a certain page or a certain parameter that you've set up in terms of capturing information, that data can be easily brought into the Universal Data Hub and allows for you to take action on that. In this scenario, we want to continue to update this visitor's profile and eventually want to be able to see, well, if I continue to navigate through the site, what different badges could potentially I achieve, going from careers to pricing, things of that nature. Of course, this is going to be different for everybody's website. But the idea is, as I go through, and what just happened here is Telium actually stitched my visitor profile together with my historical data. You can actually see that point square model that I created is a little over 270. Since I've actually achieved our gate of 10 in this example, I can now go into my email inbox and see that I was submitted or sent a form via SendGrid because my point scoring model was over 10. So a lot more we can do with this, but just wanted to show you a quick example of being able to create a point scoring model. In this example, using it for lead registration form and then being able to trigger an action all in real time. Thank you for your time today. If you'd like to see additional Telium MarTech challenges, please go to Telium /challenge. Thank you very much and have a great day.